Hey guys, it's MichelleCutiePie. Today I will be showing you all how I do my foundation and base makeup, so let's get on to the video. For primer, I'm using the Elf Poreless Putty Primer. I've been hearing that this is like a dupe to the Tarte primer. I just take it with my nail, like a pea size of it, and I'm gonna rub it into my fingers to make it melt a little bit. I just add it everywhere on my skin. It does have a silicone-y smell. It smells kind of subtle though. This was only $8. I got it from the Elf website, and so far I've been loving this primer. It also says to wait for 30 seconds before applying your foundation. Oh, here's my eyeshadow look while we're waiting. I use the Jaclyn Hill palette and the Pure Midnight Masquerade face palette. I wanted a touch of olive today and a little bit of gold and some brown colors. For foundation, I'm using the Wet n Wild Photofocus in soft beige. This is the light, medium, warm. I just shake it first, then I add dots everywhere, and then I like to just put it here in the middle. And my white. And don't worry, we'll go in a second layer. Here is my favorite sponge by far. It's the Elf sponge. And I'm just gonna stamp that just in the middle of my neck and just blend it outwards. I usually like to put it right here by my cheeks and here. Maybe here on my nose because I always lose my foundation right there. And then the excess, I just bring it down to my neck. For concealer, I always use my Wet n Wild Light Medium Beige. What I do is I just do a bunch of dots right here. And then I don't let it sit in case if it dries.
I like to take my sponge this way and use this curved part, and I just stamp it really close to my lower lash line, and I bring it to my nose.
Taking the same side,
I press it down, I go in on the sides of my nose, and then I bring it around.
let's do the other side. And then the rest I just focus on the T-zone. I think I want a little bit more concealer on this side. For contouring and highlighting, I use this Wet n Wild contouring palette. It's in Caramel Toffee. And then I use a Morphe Y11 brush for this. On one side I use the darker color, on one side I use the highlighting color. For highlighting, I just swipe it a little bit and then I focus on setting the under eye. I love this powder because it mattifies it and it kind of blurs it in the pictures. I take the dark side of the brush, you can see it right there, and then I just stamp it right on the deepest part. This is my ultimate favorite bronzer. It's the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer. I love this because it's cool toned and it looks very natural. This is my ultimate favorite contour brush. It's from Forever 21 and I believe it was like $3. I love how fluffy it is and I just take it like this. And then I just lightly go over the Wet n Wild contour to give it a natural effect so it's not too orange. And what I do is I just go to the deepest part and then I bring it out lightly. And then I add this above my temple. Then I bring it in. I kind of wipe it down and then bring it over my forehead.
Then I think I'm gonna bring this down right here too. I don't always do that, but I will for today. Just right here on the end.
For nose contour, I always use this Ben Nye pressed eyeshadow in taupe.
You guys usually see me using a furless brush with the blue tip, and it's a fluffy one. But for today, I'm just using the Glamour Dolls blending brush. Just take a little bit, and then I run it down the side of my nose. But if you look at the mirror or your camera or on the screen, you can see that you have shadows on your nose already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the areas that don't have a shadow.
So it looks more natural, and I also like to bring that up into my eyebrow and into my eyeshadow look. For powder, I'm using the Coty Airspun. I just tap it a little bit so the powder can come out. And then I take my beauty blender and then I just pat it on the areas that I want powder. Just a light coverage of powder. For blush, my favorites are this Paaarty Amazonian Clay from Tarte and this Blush Crush in Zac. This is my favorite blush brush. It's the Lisa Frank edition by Glamour Dolls. Just tap it here. Just lightly pat that. I like to get it close to my contour first, and then I just stamp it. This one makes me look like I'm actually blushing. It's so cute. I'm gonna use Paaarty also. I use just either or, but for today I'm gonna use both.
See, I always crease under my eyes. That's why I don't bake too much right there. So I'm gonna use my beauty blender and just stamp it.
And then I take the Y11 again and I literally just wipe it. For highlighter, I always love the Elf Moonlight Pearls one. And then I always use a Morphe R36 brush. Lately, I've been just focusing in this high point of my cheek. Before, I used to bring it down even more, but I just like that high point highlight. And then I bring it on my Cupid's bow. And then for my chin, I focus here by my tiny double chin. It's there somewhere. And then look down. Feel free to add more to your liking, but this is how I like mine. I kind of like adding this right here too, like the Rihanna style. She adds it on her temples. I think I'm done for my base makeup now. This is my whole base routine. I hope you guys love this. Feel free to add more powder, more highlight, more blush if you want to, or less of anything. For setting sprays, I've always been loving this All Set Coconut Makeup Setting Spray by Posh. The second one is this Wet n Wild Photofocus Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water. It smells so good. Oh, here's another trick with the Wet n Wild Contouring Palette. Just take the highlight with the edge of your beauty blender and then just stamp it to give yourself more highlight on the cheeks and shaping your eyeshadow. If you'd like to know how I did my eye look, I started out with this color for the base. I used this for my brow highlight. To deepen up the transition color, I used this. To give depth, I used this color. In the Pure Midnight Masquerade face palette. To make it even more darker, I used Sneak Peek.
And then for the olive shimmer, I used this Mask Off. I really love this. I love all these shimmers right here. They're so beautiful. And I have yet to try these again.
For the inner corner, I used the Sun Glow Milani Strobe Light Highlighter.
I want to do lips for today. I'm going to use the Sayate London Glitter Flip. I tried this for my Ipsy bag video, and I want to try it again because I think red, like a dark red, would be beautiful with this.
Hey everyone, it's been about 2 hours and I took a really good nap. Just an hour, but I was sleeping on my side and I was afraid that my makeup came off, but oh my gosh, this primer is so amazing. It was the Elf Putty Poreless Primer. You guys, I'm gonna close up to my face. I really love how my makeup looks with that primer. Usually it looks kind of cakey or it comes off here and then I crease so much, but it looks so smooth. And then my forehead looks really blurred, like everything looks pretty blurred. I highly recommend that Elf Poreless Putty Primer. It gets sold out on their site, but just keep checking and see if it's available and just order it right away. I highly recommend it. I hope you guys love this video. Happy New Year, you guys. Happy 2019. Good luck with everything. Please subscribe and ring the bell if you'd like to see more of my videos in the future. Everything that I used for my face will be down in the description box below. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.